We used Facebook ads to generate $5.2 million in revenue for one of our e-learning clients, resulting in an 11x return on ad spend, or ROAS. In this video, I want to take you behind the scenes into our Facebook ad account and show you the exact strategies that we used in order to see these results. And my goal with this is to provide you a ton of value and show you this so you can apply this to your own business, or at least get the foundational principles for how to think about advertising and how advertising really works to generate results like this at a high level. So let's jump in and let me show you exactly how we did this. Okay, so here we are in the client's ad account. And as you can see, we have the date range set to the maximum amount of time. So we are looking at August 1st here of 2020 to September 1st of 2023. Now, if we look at the Facebook ad account, hopefully you're familiar with the backend and how this looks. If not, this probably looks a little bit overwhelming and there's a lot of things here. Now, the main thing that I want to direct your attention to is the fact that we have these two campaigns here that have spent the majority of the total spend here. As you can see, the total spend is $460,000, and we have two campaigns here that have generated most of those results. Now, let's look at the overall results that we've generated first, just to show you exactly what I mean. So again, we spent $460,000 and we generated $5.2 million. So what does that look like in terms of the ads? So we generated actually 29 million impressions. We had a CPM of $15. We had a unique CTR of 2.65% on average. We had 76,000 clicks. We had 89,000 landing page views. As far as total leads go, it's not going to calculate this up for us, but you can see kind of by the numbers here, quite a lot, probably closer to like 12,000. And then as far as our cost per student here, again, it's not going to give us the numbers for that. But just for these top two campaigns, let's just look at these two. So as you can see by these top two campaigns, you can see of that 460,000, this one spent the majority, 358,000, and we were able to generate a cost per new student, or cost per lead, of $41, and we generated a total of 8,700 new leads. So again, just to show you the types of results that we got, again, what I'm going to do here is just 5.2. Again, this is million. So $5.2 million we were able to generate, divided by $460,000 here, again, is 11 ROAS, give or take a little bit, right? So that's why I said an 11x return on ad spend is what we were able to generate from Facebook ads. Now, let's jump into the exact strategy behind all of this, reducing down the complexity and what we did. So all you need to know about all of these other campaigns is all of these other things are testing campaigns essentially. All of this, all we're doing is testing different offers, different landing pages, different types of advertising content and strategies and lead magnets to figure out what is working and converting the best, what is getting the best click-through rate, what is getting us the best cost per lead. And so if we go across here, we can see we had a varying degree of success, right? Some of these campaigns, we had a $23 cost per lead. Some we had much higher of $250 cost per leads. Some we had, again, somewhere all over the range there. Again, this one was $1,000, right? So we were experimenting here and seeing what works, what doesn't, as far as, again, first of all, the offer. So what we're actually offering on the front end, what landing page is actually working, and then what advertising units are getting attention and converting. And the biggest thing is the creative that goes into that and the headline. So those are the things that we're testing. Now let's narrow it all the way down to then where we landed on here, which is these main two campaigns that we actually scaled into and got the majority of the results with. Okay, so now we got these two campaigns. Let's go ahead and first look at this first campaign here. So we have the cold funded BC conversions. And so for this particular client, what we were doing is this offer was only available in British Columbia in Canada, and that's why we were optimizing for BC only. And what we were doing here is a lot of different audience targeting and testing. Now that we had our Facebook pixel essentially seasoned, which means a lot of data we had ran through our Facebook pixel tracking, so that Facebook knows who is actually a conversion for us, who is a lead for us, and it's starting to understand our ideal customer and who exactly to target. So from here, we're testing a ton of different audiences. As you can see here, we have a 4 to 5% lookalike audience on complete registrations. We're targeting women, and we're using the feeds only, right? And then you can see here, we have a lot of different campaigns, and all we're doing here again is optimizing, figuring out which of these is generating us the best cost per result as far as cost per student goes. And again, we're just optimizing this, and we're investing and doubling down on the campaigns that are giving us the most leverage and the most ROI for our budget. And what you'll notice here is over time, as we're spending, certain campaigns will start out hot and they'll die down and die out. And as those are dying out, we're always filtering in and replacing those with new content, new ads, and new advertising and bidding strategies as far as targeting goes that give us the best cost per lead possible. And as we're scaling up the budgets, we're creating more and more ad sets that are giving us more and more high quality leads at a good cost per conversion that allow us to scale. And so you can see here just the sheer volume of testing that we did, right? So many tests that we did, just burning through different audiences, different types of ads. And that's really the key to advertising, is just testing. I know you've probably heard this before if you've been involved with advertising before, but it really does come down to that. And the main things that you need to test are, first of all, the offer, and then you need to test the actual creative and the landing page that's surrounding that, right? And how it's presented. So you want to hit on different benefits, right? And figure out how to position your offer in a way that's going to be profitable and scalable for you. Now let's look at the other campaign here. We can see this is the other campaign that we spent $204,000 on, and it follows a similar principle. So this one was just slightly a different offer here, but we were testing a ton of different ad units. And this was actually the main testing campaign that we had for a long time here, where we were using some dynamic ads to split test some different creatives. So let's break down here one of these ad sets for you and show you exactly what we did here. So you can see this was one of our most successful ones that we put a lot of spend into. $167,000 in this one ad. Click-through rate was 2.76, which is why it got so much spend. So we got 3,000 leads from this at a cost per student of $55. Right? And so what do we do here, right? Let's break this down. So this was 18 plus, targeting male and female in BC. And then if we scroll down here, you can see we had the conversion event for complete registration. This is a purchase conversion campaign. So all of these campaigns are purchase conversion campaigns. We had the pixel set up here. If we scroll down, we can see we excluded website complete registrations the last 180 days. So we excluded past conversions. We were targeting BC, 18 to 65 plus, all genders. We had detailed targeting on, very broad here. So literally this is just broad targeting, and we're letting Facebook do its magic because we gave it so much conversion data and letting it do its thing to get us more leads and conversions. And this is the actual ad itself, right? So we were running this during COVID, and this was a big reason why we were able to scale this up so much during that time. We had an offer that was related to COVID-19. It was a digital marketing bootcamp. And the offer was really just a no-brainer at the time to level up your skills during this time when you're, isolated at home and everybody is using their phones and their laptops, and digital is dominating everything overall. So this was the ad. What we were doing was a dynamic creative ad. So if you go back to the ad set level, as you can see here, we enabled dynamic creative ads at the ad set level. If we go into the ad 3 here, what we can see is we uploaded various different images. So we had over like 10 different creatives here. So we have different images, different videos, and then we had 5 different pieces of primary text, 5 different headlines, and 5 different descriptions. So literally we just packed the dynamic creative ad full of different assets, and we let Facebook run and do its thing and figure out which combination of all these assets is the best and is going to get us the best cost per conversion. And Facebook did a really good job. So if there's one key takeaway from this content overall, it's to give Facebook the most assets possible, iterate on that, iterate on your offer, and then once you have a good offer in place, give Facebook as much data and room to work with it as possible. Go broad and let Facebook find those conversions for you. Now let's look at one other example of something more recent here, so you can see the strategy. Obviously, there's only so much I can dig into here with you guys, for sake of time, but I did want to show you on a high level what we did as far as the overall strategy goes. So let's dig into another ad set here as far as what we did. Let's sort by amount spent. As you can see here, this was one of our highest performing ads as well. We spent about $30,000 on this one ad. Let's break this down too. So we had a shopping ad plus digital marketing. So this was the targeting that we did. Again, the same settings there. This one was not a dynamic creative ad. If we scroll down here, we can see we had some exclusions as far as some past data of people that have converted and completed registration. We're doing broad targeting here, except for the detailed targeting. We have this stacked. So this is a different way to target as far as broad goes. What we're doing is giving Facebook some stacking of audiences to create a very large audience, but still more targeted. And so what we're doing is engaged shoppers. So we know that these people buy things online. And then they must also match these general broad interests of advertising, digital marketing, and online advertising. And again, this was a digital marketing bootcamp online product. And so this is a really good audience stack for us, for people that match these criteria to then convert. And we found this was converting extremely highly for us. Our audience placements, we had Advantage Plus, so all placements, and then we were optimizing for conversions. So if we go down to the ad level, as you can see, we have 10 different ads here, and really only 3 were on. And of these 3 that were on, really only 1 got majority of the spend. And so this is the strategy that we deploy at a high level, right? We find out what offer is working, what landing page is working, what creative is working, and then we play around with that offer and refine that until we get 1 ad that is very highly converting from using our dynamic creative ads. Now, once we have 1 ad that's highly converting, we double down on that 1 ad and pour all of our budget into this, creating its own actual ad itself, so that the engagement scales, the comments scale, and we can put all of our budget behind this 1 high-performing ad unit. And that's really the goal of what you're trying to do with Facebook ads, is find 1 really, really successful ad unit and put your spend behind that and scale into that as much as you possibly can, all the while continuing to test new angles and new ads so you get more winners and can scale into more things. And so for this one particular ad, I'll just open this up for you quickly here. You can see we had 155 comments, 69 shares, thousands of likes, I'm pretty sure. And then we can see we had a simple offer here. So we had, don't miss out, limited seats available for a fully funded digital marketing bootcamp. So a no-brainer, enroll today and learn more for free, right? And so that was a no-brainer offer, got so much clicks, so much attention, and it was very highly converting. And we had that all synced up with our actual advertising funnel to get leads for insanely cheap at a rate that was highly, highly profitable for us. And so this is 1 ad, as you can see here. We have the 1 primary text, the 1 headline, the 1 description here, and then we have our the call to action was sign up. We have it going to a landing page, and again, this duplicated the engagement, and so any new ad set that we created, this same ad would be shown on all those new ad sets, all those new targeting that we're doing. And that's essentially in this campaign what we were doing and what we were scaling into was we were taking these top high performing assets and testing them in a bunch of different audiences to figure out and maximize the cost per student and scale the budget further. So at a very, very high level, this was the strategy that we deployed. Hopefully that made sense. It is a lot, and there's obviously a lot more nuance to this strategy overall, but this is a very concise way of showing you our exact strategy and how we got these amazing results for this client. Again, an 11x ROI, or return on ad spend, spending $460,000, resulting in $5.2 million. All right, thanks so much for watching the video. I hope you got some value from that. And if you did, make sure to leave me a like. I really, really appreciate it. It helps a small channel like mine grow and reach more people. So again, I really appreciate that, and thank you. Also, if you could, subscribe to the channel. I'm posting a lot more content. Share this video again to a friend if you found some value. And lastly, if you are a business that's doing more than $25,000 per month and want help growing your customer acquisition, growing your marketing, and scaling your business with paid acquisition, definitely leave me a comment down below. You can find the links below to booking a call with me and my team, and we're happy to see if we're a good fit to work together and discuss what a partnership could look like to support on your marketing and growth overall. And with that, I'm out. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.